Hi, this is Carl Kwan here, and thanks for watching the video series Hiring a Law Firm or Lawyer in Seoul, South Korea. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 11 things that you must find out before you hire a lawyer or law firm in South Korea. Now, this video will show you how to hire a good law firm or lawyer in Seoul, South Korea so that you can save time, prevent headaches, and ultimately save some money. Because lawyers and law firms in Seoul are not created equal. Now, if you're watching this, you obviously have something significant at stake and don't want to make a mistake in choosing a law firm or lawyer to represent you in Seoul, South Korea. But before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. This report is provided as a guide and is not meant to serve as anything more. I am not an attorney, nor do I have any official designation. So what I present is merely an opinion based on research and experience. Your experience and that of others may be different than what is presented in this report. Now we can get started. So in the last video I talked about initial considerations and I mentioned three things. Number one, the size of the law firm, how that affects you, whether you should choose a big or small firm. Korean cultural influence on lawyers and law firms. And also the English ability of the lawyers that you work with. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about 11 things you must find out before hiring a lawyer or law firm in Seoul, South Korea. Now, before we get to the 11 things, I want you to remember that ultimately the lawyer or lawyers are the ones working on your case and not the law firm. So even though I mentioned law firms in the same breath as lawyers in these videos, I want you to focus on individual lawyers when making your final decision and not on the law firm that the attorneys actually work for. So number one, areas of specialization. If you're looking for a corporate lawyer or a tax attorney to help you with an M&A in Korea, it makes sense to ask what the lawyer or law firm specializes in. Number two, cost of the initial consultation. Now, some law firms or lawyers in Seoul will charge. Others will speak to you for free, so find out beforehand. Number three, experience and portfolio. You need to know if the lawyer has handled similar cases and how many. And of course, you must know the outcomes of those cases. Number four, who will actually work on your case? It is imperative to find out exactly which Korean lawyer or lawyers will be handling your case because you need to know who is responsible and who to contact. Number five, time until resolution of your case or task. For something routine such as incorporating a business in Korea, it's likely possible to receive an exact time for when the task will be completed. However, if your case is more complex, such as an M&A with a Korean company, it involves multiple parties, or needs to go to court, then it's probably not going to be possible to get an exact time in which your case will be resolved. But ask anyway. Number six, fees. Now, this will be discussed in greater detail in the next video, but it is important to find out how you'll be billed and how much you will be billed. Number seven, updates on your case. It's important to ask how your lawyer in Seoul will keep you informed on the progress of your case. Now, living in a wired world, you can expect your Korean lawyer to contact you via email, as this is probably the most preferred method. Number eight, turnaround time for answers to questions. You will most likely be able to contact your Korean lawyer in one of two ways, email or phone. Now, since your case is important to you, you need to find out how long it will take your Korean lawyer to respond. But just remember, don't expect to get a Korean lawyer's cell phone number. However, from what I've seen, they are very good at returning emails and phone calls to the office within a very short time. Number nine, if your Korean attorney is on vacation or unavailable. You need to know this because every moment counts. Luckily, the attorneys that I've known always provide a way to contact someone about a client's case if the attorney is unavailable for whatever reason. Now, this is especially true in Korean law firms where the workload is shared. Number 10, if you need to immediately contact your Korean lawyer and it is after hours. Now, this is also an important point to get cleared up. You need to find out how, or if it's possible to, contact your attorney in Seoul after hours. And finally, number 11, responses to emails and phone calls. Now, you need to find out the turnaround time for your lawyer in Seoul in regard to emails and phone calls. You see, nothing is worse than expecting an immediate reply and having to wait unless you're expecting it. So that was basically it. Let me now just wrap up this video with a quick rundown of the 11 points. Number 1, areas of specialization. Number 2, cost of the initial consultation. Number 3, experience and portfolio. Number 4, who will work on your case. Number 5, time until resolution of your case or task. Number 6, fees. And number 7, updates on your case. Number 8, turnaround time for answers to questions. Number 9, what if your Korean attorney is on vacation or unavailable? Number 10, if you need to contact your Korean lawyer and it's after hours. And number 11, responses to emails and phone calls. Now, coming up in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how work is handled at Korean law firms, and this will lead directly into how Korean law firms charge their fees. I'll be including 11 essential questions that you have to ask in regard to fees. So, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.